A proof is a logical argument that shows a statement is true. The way that a proof is written, every statement has a reason why it is true. Now, for those reasons, we can use definitions, postulates, theorems, or properties. Let's take a look at a proof of a problem that you already know how to do. If I am given that 5 times the quantity x minus 1 equals 4x plus 13, I can solve for x and prove that x equals 18. This given leads to this answer. To write a proof, I have to justify every statement along the way. Every time that I do something to solve for x, I have to justify it with a reason. We're going to write proofs in a 2-column proof. On the left, we'll have our statements, and on the right, we'll have our reasons. So if we look at our first statement, here's where I'm going to start. And the reason that I know it's true is because I'm given that information. If I'm not given that piece of information, I don't know that the rest of this proof is true. Now, to move from statement 1 to statement 2, my parentheses have disappeared. Instead of just having an x, I have 5x. Instead of having just a 1, I have a 5. The right side of my equal sign has stayed exactly the same. So it's only my left side that has changed. So what has changed? Well, I've taken this 5 and I've multiplied the x times 5 and the 1 times 5 and kept the subtraction sign. What allows me to make this move? Well, it's the distributive property. Now to move from step 2 to 3. This 13 hasn't changed. This minus 5 hasn't changed. What's changed is this 5x has turned into x. And this 4x on the right side has disappeared. Well, what allows me to get rid of this 4x? Well, if I want to get rid of this 4x, I'm going to have to subtract 4x. And if I subtract 4x from the right side of my equal sign, I have to subtract 4x from my left side. 5x minus 4x is x minus 5. 4x minus 4x is 0, plus 13 is 13. What allows me to subtract 4x from both sides? The subtraction property of equality. And the final step. The left side, this minus 5 has disappeared, and this 13 is turned into 18. So what have I done? Well, I've added 5 to both sides. What allows me to add 5 to both sides of my equal sign? It's the addition property. The way to think about a proof is, after I've made the move, that's the reason I need to list. After I've made the move, that's the reason. After I've made the move, that's my reason. The reason is always after I've done my move.